Ta-da! You know, if you watch, that I cleaned up my messy desk last week, which there are some things that are still working, but basically the whole desk has become covered again because I'm still working. And in all of that, I did not find this little accordion book, but Q found it when she was looking for something else over there on the shelves, tucked neatly inside a little box of Japanese paper offcuts. Camouflaged. Anyway, hooray, I have it back. I can finish it. I realised that my last entry was December. So here's all the lovely business cards we picked up at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. And the little bag that the washi tape from Ali came in. And a flip, and one of my little paintings. So now it's, I think, the last day of January. And I'm so close to finishing it. Never mind, didn't happen in 2024, but it will happen. So what I might do, oh, what have I got? I wonder if this works. Yes, it does. Okay. So this was the December entry. Oh, that's hard to see, isn't it? Perhaps we'll go purple. The end of 2024. And now, dun, 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 dun. It'd be nice to have like a little arrow or something there, wouldn't it? Maybe a little tab, actually. What have I got? My camera mount is in the way of the little drawer that I want to pull out, so I'll just grab a handful from it. I was thinking it might be kind of nice to put that there. An arrow it is not. Now, when that accordion's open, I think it'll work if I don't glue those bits together. Only one way to find out. I mean, these little journals are a great opportunity to experiment, aren't they? Because it doesn't really matter if things go awry. Let's put that one there, that one there. So this is not glued at the top, only at the bottom. And I think what I'd like to do, look, here's a bit of a masterboard I was making last night, but I don't need all of this. I might cut that out and make myself a little arrow. So we're going into 2024. Now, if I cut it on the back here, I won't see. Look at that. Dunk. I won't see my black lines. Let's see how well this works. Actually, this is a good way. You can't be too fussy about which bit of the masterboard I'm choosing. Oh, cute. Onwards. Let's just give that a little ink. So my little ink station over there in the tiny roll top is working very well. Actually, pretty much everything I organised is working well. It's just that I'm the mess. I might go like that. I'm responsible for all the mess on the desk, and that's not going to change. And I can't put myself in a little box neatly like I can the ink or the ephemera. There we go. And just push that in there. Stay out. And then that's not going to be very visible either, is it? That's way too thin. Maybe the purple will work there too. Yeah, that's better. Onwards. I don't know about you, but like how did 2024 finish so quickly? Now, is that going to work? Oh yeah, it'll just bend. We'll find out when we come to it. It's going to work this way around. Okay, so this would be 2025. And actually the end of January, isn't it, already? Well, what exciting things have happened this month. We've already had a convention and a market, which we were lucky that the weather held. Ooh, should we go red? 2025 January. Oh, poo, that smells. What have I got here? Q's been busily making these little spiders because they sold very well at the last convention. So these go on a piece of chain and they're dangly earrings. And there's a mass of them just across from me here on the desk. That's what she's been doing. Oh, look. Here's what it looks like before they're put together. I can't put one of those in my journal. I'm sure she'd notice. I've been trying to make some bags and things. Look at this. This was supposed to be the flap of a bag. Oh, I don't like anything about this except for this bit of trim, which I feel I've now wasted, but maybe, because it is a memory from January, isn't it? Maybe I can just cut myself off a section. Maybe I'll cut myself off a whole section of this. It's going to be a cautionary tale. Don't do this. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so if I just chop that along there. So what I did learn was that oxiding white lace works really well. I was happy with that. I was not happy with anything else. Okay, now, how am I going to attach that? If I put that there, I'd kind of like that to go there. I'm thinking, or I could have it like that. Then we'd have lace sticking out the bottom there. Or like that. I kind of like the idea of it going on the side. Okay, I'm going to use this glue, the Boyle's craft glue, and just glue this side here. And actually that'll be good because it'll cover those bits of stitching. Pooh, more smells. cover those bit of stitching and hold everything in place. It won't fall to pieces now. Okay. Oh, ooh. Never trust me with a glue bottle. Oh dear. And I don't have my cloth. I don't care, look. I'll use this. Use this that I'm cutting up anyway. Wipe it on my hands. There we go. That can be my new rag. I don't mind if that fluffs. And that still reveals here. So I can actually, the purple worked all right here. So we had KaiCon. So the KaiCon was a twilight event. It's an indoor, fantastic if you're into all things anime and manga, but also just quirky and curious. It was a twilight thing, so we had to have lights, which didn't work very well the first night. But it was such a fun weekend. Lots of lovely new people and lots of lovely customers, old and new. So that was the big thing for KaiCon Twilight. And one of the things that I had made were the bookmarks I think I showed in a previous video that were pretty much like this, made from a masterboard. So that's what these masterboards over here are for, waiting. I found the best way of doing this is I punch that out with the die cut, but I don't like the way that the back is. So I punch another one. This one's from an old calendar. So it's got the same, this was a wonky one, but it's got the same stitched look the right way round. And I glue those together, which makes it much firmer. And then I varnish this front. And then I thread bits of lace and sari silk through here and stitch a button on. And they're so cute, really, really cute. So I've been making those all enthused. This is so hard to write on. I think I'm going to just come over here. I think I'll just use biro. KaiCon Twilight. Let's have another arrow down to here, shall we? Whoop, 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 whoop. Bookmarks. A success. Now on to bag experiments. And I can have pop-on, fail. I'll show you, where's the little one? So here's the first little, hopefully new improved version, not finished yet. I've got to add some trim, but this is a bit like the fabric journal covers in a previous video. Just digging through my boxes of scraps of lovely little, you know, special coordinating fabrics. I'll show you actually. Here's one the next one I've prepared. So this was the offcut from my frilly journal cover. And the last little bits of this hand die, and on this one I actually remembered to put things this way up because this folds to there, and this way up because that folds to there. So this, I had bought these magnets and I'm just experimenting. I've used the Boyle's glue because I didn't want to stitch through here, but I still might just to make sure it's hold. But it's holding pretty well. And it's lovely and strong in terms of holding it on. So at this point, I'll either stitch around these. You can see the magnets are encased in little plastic sleeves. I probably will. I'll just stitch through the And then I'll put some lining on, and then so just some calico or something like this. Then I'll stitch around the edge and stitch up the sides, and onto the fun part of decorating. So that's the second one. So I think these will be super cute. I don't have a little one made up that I can put in here, but actually what I could do, where's my scraps? Here we go, look. Why don't we try pretending? That might be a bit big. I want to make something here. This will do. This will do, although it might not be contrasty enough. Nope. Change of plan. Oh, I'm never going to use that. So that'll do just fine. So I'm going to put in a little mock-up of that pouch. So I remember. Now let's see if this works. Do that like that. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Probably could have trimmed it, but never mind. Okay, now that's turned up there. I think what this one needs though is probably, goodness me, oh no, there we go. It's probably just to be safety pinned here. No, not safety pinned, what do we call it? Paper clipped. Did you admire how easily I found that tin of paper clips? That's because I organised my desk last week. Okay, so if I pop that there, and then fail, we go from fail up here to whoop, next. Oops, I can do that. Next. Here's the new little lacy pouch slash clutch design. One of the things I really like doing in my journals, as you might be able to tell, is arrows. But when I've done something like that, I like to actually change the orientation. And so this just makes it easier to write. Maybe a little harder to read, but I don't mind. New little pouch clutch design now with added magnetic closure. Stay tuned for shoulder bag part 2 because I have plans. I've been sketching. It was funny, I can tell you, this monstrosity was following, this was just, like I said, just the flap of it. It was going to be a much bigger bag. This was following somebody else's pattern, and I find every time, and yet every time I still do it, I don't know why, when I'm doing something new, instead of really sitting and thinking about it and thinking, you know, what do I want? How would I like it to look? I go, oh no, it'll be easier if I follow someone else's design, and then, you know, once I know how it's constructed and everything, I'll, you know, take it my own direction. But what usually happens is that I choose fabrics I'm not particularly fond of to do the prototype. So then straight away I don't like it because I don't like the fabrics I'm using. It's so silly, but I do it every time. And if I don't get completely discouraged, I actually end up going back to the drawing board, working out my own design, and then just Googling, you know, how do you construct a bag? What's the basic bag construction, so that I can figure it out for myself and make my own mess instead of someone else's mess. Anyway, salvaged all that lace I dyed, so that's good. But I will have to unpick this, because this is really pretty little silver trim. Anyway, all is not lost. Don't worry if you make a mess. It's a lesson, and it can add some more fluff into your journal. So there's my quick little post for January. If I do one a month, February, March. Oh, when did I start this? I started in August. Oh, well, that's not too bad, is it? I hope you made yourself an accordion journal or 5 and you've been having fun working into it. I really, really enjoy these. I think they're